Hello, guys, and welcome back. Wow. To the DTC podcast with your favorite sexy, dark chocolate, melanated, fashionable host, Rèy Styles. You already know the vibes, period. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, and all those good things. Guys, I hope you're having a fab week. I don't need to do no introduction. Guys, Jazz is in the studio.
Wow,
Hey.
I'm not worth an intro.
I've given you like 10 intros.
And you give yourself the same one every time.
That's not an intro, though. It's an intro to the show. It's not an intro to me.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, bestie.
Welcome, my friend. You all right?
Wow, you good?
Yeah, babes.
Good.
You know what it is? Now we live together. When we sat here, and I'm like, oh, I see you again.
Right. Wake up every morning, see your morning face, smell your morning breath.
Easy on the morning breath. She's fresh.
Fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know about fresh, but
How are you, sir? How's your week been?
good. I'm good. My week's been chilled.
Yeah.
I'm just, taking life easy.
Amen.
You
look good.
Thank
Let's
you.
start there. You look good.
Thanks, so do you,
I don't know
bestie.
if the people been seeing, but she's been gymming.
No,
Yeah.
He's talking about gymming when he's here in the vest. You
Yeah,
can see that chest. That chest. You know my little 1-2 peck. Huh? You started already.
The best we could muster up today.
You
know?
started
Yes,
already.
yes.
Oh.
Hey, the sun's out. It's fantastic.
It's fab. I'm so happy to be back in the studio. I feel like I haven't
Amen.
been here for a while. And yeah, I'm just happy to be here with you,
Why
bestie.
haven't you been here for a while? What's been going on?
Girl, funds. Yeah.
Got real quick.
Funds.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes
funds.
sense.
I like to be open and transparent
Fair.
on this podcast, as everyone knows. And right now is a turbulent time for the funds for me. I don't think I've been this down since I left uni, basically.
But down to you is up for other people. So that's what I love about you.
I mean,
Your down is not really down, but it's further down than you'd like to be.
yeah, but thank God I, have savings I can
Amen.
reach in and pluck out. They have really been my saving grace this month. So
Fair.
thank you, Jesus. How are you?
Babes, I'm good. Yeah, last week was a write-off. I was ill, had allergic reaction to something. I still don't know what that something is. I just pray God never makes our paths cross again.
Amen.
So I'm just like, this week is restoration and rejuvenation and restarts because, yeah. Last week was
It was turbulent.
sleeping for about 10 hours a day, and that's not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really turbulent.
Yeah.
But you have so many allergies anyway.
Yeah.
Let them know how many.
19.
Yeah.
19.
Exactly. So another one added to the list.
Uh-huh.
But I wish we knew what it was, because I don't like the idea that
No.
we don't know what it is.
Rèy, not a clue. Like, that's what I've been saying to my mom. She was like, no, but what did you eat? Even my boo thing was like, oh, you need to start doing a food diary. And I was like, babe, I can do the food diary, but I eat the same things. So that's why last week I was like, what's happening here?
That's what I'm thinking. It must be some outside of food.
Or maybe
Because
it's living with you.
Huh?
I don't know. You know,
Bitch!
things pop up.
What do you mean living with me?
I said what I said.
Girl, Girl, fuck you, bitch.
Try moving out for 2 months and then we'll see. But still pay your rent. Pay
Yeah,
your bills.
no. I'm going to leave you in the lurch, bitch.
I got it. I'm up.
I'm going to leave you in the lurch.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you in the lurch. But what's been going on outside of, allergic reactions?
Life modeling. Got new tattoos since last time I was here. I think I got 20 new ones.
He really did. His tattoo
Yeah.
artist came to the house.
Yeah. Big up you, Javante. Yeah.
Yeah.
Came all the way to the house.
Big up you
yeah.
for real.
Got some ink. I don't know. Like, life recently has been kind of like, there's something about, it's like now I'm 30. It's like days go by and I don't remember them, but I know I survived each one.
Right.
But I can't pinpoint and be like, oh, this was the. I've just been existing.
Yeah.
In the best way possible.
Yeah.
But it's like underlining happiness, you know?
Yeah. I get it. I
I'm
get
stressed
it.
every now and again.
Yeah.
But I'm like, baseline is like, oh my God, I'm happy.
Wow. But it's so nice to
You
come back to
know?
a fab home.
Yeah, with Danola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without, it's just, oh, guys, our flat, our apartment, should I say?
Apartment, she's
'Cause
great.
flat sounds cheap.
And she's not.
Okay, she's not cheap. Our apartment is
Yeah.
fab.
Yeah.
Everyone we've invited around has been like, how did you find this?
It's
Where
basically
did
a
you find
hotel.
this? Yeah,
It's basically a hotel.
it's a hotel. It's the mixture of a hotel, a members club. Like, it's fab.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Because when Lola came around, she was like, "Oh, it's like a Soho house." I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah, basically.
yeah."
Basically.
Like, this is my key to my front door.
Right.
This
We use
is
our
it.
phones to enter
Yeah.
our front door. Like, it's so high tech. It's so the upkeep is fab. The maintenance is fab. Like, everything. It's a vibe.
No, it's great.
It's a vibe.
great.
It's a
great.
vibe. It's a vibe.
great.
Yeah, period. So today, guys, we're gonna be talking about
Relationships and the whole spectrum, from lovers to parents to jobs to best friendships, platonic, non-platonic, all the things.
yes, all the things, all the things.
She's a good relationships. Like, people don't deep it. In every aspect of your life, you're going for a relationship.
100%.
Even when you're working with your servers at a restaurant, that's a relationship.
When you meet a stranger, it's a relationship.
Hello.
Everything in life is a relation.
Hello.
So that's what we're going to be discussing today. So as Jazz said, we're going to be going over romantic, platonic, spiritual, professional, all the different angles of relationships. So buckle in, because we're about to really get into some things.
Yeah.
We're about to get into some things. So I feel like the juiciest place to start is romantic.
Okay.
So let's get into some romantic situations.
Let's start with you, Rey.
Yeah.
Let's start.
I was going to start with you.
No, let's start over there.
Come on.
Okay, no. Good
Let's
place
do
to
rock,
start.
paper, scissors.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Rock. Wait, you got to do rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh,
okay, yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Jesus.
Yes.
I win. Jesus
I win.
All things.
No. What do you
Jesus
mean?
means all things. You must start. This was the power of the Lord. Yeah.
Wait, no. God. God
Okay.
means Jesus. God means Jesus.
Okay, fine, you win.
Yeah.
What would you like to know, Ronaldo?
Let's start with a relationship overview. Take me through the relationships you've been through in your life, romantically.
Romantically. Okay, I'll start here. I think when a lot of people meet me from the outside looking in, yes, I'm a very sexual being. When I'm single, I can be very promiscuous, but the gag is I actually hate people. I have a strong disdain for people.
Facts.
I don't like people touching me. Like, I'm not the guy to be in a club and a man's like, "I do you want to drink?" Like, get out of my face. Like, what's your name? Don't ask me nothing. Like, I'm very hot-headed and ignorant. I don't know. I just, like, I have to like you before you can tell me you like me. If
Right.
you tell me you like me, I'm like, I don't like you. Even if I liked you, I'm like, I don't like you, because I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, in my whole life, I've only ever been on 9 dates.
Wow.
I'm 30 years old and I've
I've probably been on that many this month.
last week.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
We will. But yeah, I've only ever been on 9 dates, genuinely, and of those 9 dates, 7 of those men became my boyfriend.
That's such a crazy statistic.
And the 2 that didn't become my boyfriend, one of them, I saw him, I said, "Oh," the date lasted 3 minutes. I saw him, I said, "No."
Oh no, baby.
And the other one, he definitely had a girlfriend. I was like, "Oh, I think you should, like, it would be hot if you, like, wear my girlfriend's underwear." I said, "Oh."
What the fuck?
Yeah. It was a strange one.
People
Really,
are so
he was
something.
really nice.
Yeah.
He was really nice.
Yeah.
Really sweet guy.
Yeah.
Runs big chains in London.
He can't be that sweet if he's got a girlfriend and he's trying to date other people. There's
He
a
was
limit
sweet
to
to
the
me.
sweetness.
She just wasn't giving what needed to be gave, but
Really?
I'm not wearing her underwear.
But that's a whole different topic, bitch.
Yeah.
Because the video that I did with Cam, Topical Juice,
Mhm.
the video where I edited a snip and it was about like DL men and stuff like that. It's got nearly 50K views on TikTok. Like, the girls are interested in this topic.
And half of that is the DL men that are watching it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, "Oh, how can I do better?" Because they're outing me.
No shade. No shade.
But yeah, so yeah, 7 out of 9 all became my boyfriends.
So you've been in 7
Yeah,
romantic relationships.
and my first romantic relationship, was in secondary school.
Wow.
I had my first boyfriend when I was in year 8.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I'm a unicorn. When I tell most gay people or gay men or gay there's too many specifics. When I tell gay people,
When I tell the girl.
when I tell the girl,
Yeah.
"Oh, you had a boyfriend in school?" I was like, "Yeah, I had a whole boyfriend.
That's
We'd be
crazy.
holding hands, we'd be kissing, like I'm like, oh, who gonna check me?"
Right. And at this point, you still went out to your mom at that point.
Wasn't
were
out to
you?
my mom, well, my family, but literally everybody else I was out to.
That was the same thing with me.
Because since I've been young, when somebody asks me, "Are you gay?" I'm like, I don't know. Am I? I'm like, yeah. I'm not asking you, are you
Like,
straight?
what did you think?
You know, I don't.
Yeah, yeah. So you've never had a girlfriend?
I had I had a 30-day free trial, but I didn't subscribe. I cancelled subscription. So who wasn't my girlfriend? Yeah, we had like a 15-day, 20-day thing.
Okay.
Because I'm one of those people that I'm like, how do I know if I don't know?
Yeah.
And now I know.
And how far did it go?
1, 2.
Is that second base?
No, that's how far it went.
What's 1, 2? Oh! I know, what is he talking about? Why are you counting? Oh, what's second base?
But it just, no disrespect to the female form, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking for
How
that.
did you feel in that moment? Let's get into it.
In what moment?
When you shoved your fingers up there.
Do you know what? To be real with you, it was like, that's when I knew I was capable of doing all things, because I was just like, whoa. Because, okay, I'll be real with you. No, because I'll be real with you, like,
whoa, it's crazy.
Because it's a lot, like, no disrespect to the female form, but vaginas are mad.
They're mad, bro.
It's like,
they're so mad.
It's like being an explorer of caves, and I'm like, I've never seen this cave before.
Girl.
Like, I don't know what's about to happen.
And it's a wet cave.
Slippery, slimy, like.
There's a lot going on in there.
Okra, and I was like, oh.
And it's all hidden.
Hidden.
You know, a penis is just like, ooh, she's out there.
It's like, hi.
You see her. She does what she needs to do.
Buffet. This
right.
is like eating in the dark with a blindfold.
Bitch, you gotta go inside to find out what it tastes like.
No, but like back then, like, I'm a big kisser. So like, if you want to stimulate me, firstly stimulate my mind.
Yeah.
I'm intellectual.
Right.
But then physical kissing starts there. So like, kissing her was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was just everything else. It was like, boobs, where's my hand going? What's that?
The first time I saw Ariel, I said, girl.
Shit.
I said, girl, this is a lot.
Girl.
This is a lot.
What about you, Mr. Styles? Have you ever had a girlfriend?
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
I've had a couple, to be honest. I've had a couple experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was that like?
Oh, well. It was... yeah.
You need words. It's a podcast. We need to know how you're feeling, sweetheart. It was... What was
it was interesting. Yeah, it was cute. It was cute. I'm not gonna lie. So obviously this is where, not that I was trying to find myself, because bitch, I always knew I'm gay as hell. But it was the experimental period where I was like, okay, let me at least try and see if I could fucks with this, right? So yeah, I had 2 girlfriends technically. Both of them were in secondary school, I would think. Yeah, both of them were in secondary school, because by the time I got to sixth form, bitch, it was dick only.
Period.
Thank you. And yeah, I went all the way with one of them. And that was a very interesting experience, because you know me, I don't have a high sex drive.
Yeah.
So if I'm not turned on, it's just not, it's not gonna happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I rose to the occasion. I rose to the occasion, and I was and I was able to.
But okay, yes, you rose to the. No, but then, did you enjoy it?
No.
Oh.
Big fat juicy hell
But
no.
how did you rise? Because what? Okay, I know we got so much to talk about.
Yeah.
But in that moment, taking yourself back there, what was it that made you? Was you like, you have to do this for yourself? You have to prove it to her. Was it you have to prove it to your family?
No, I think it was just, I like the way her boobs felt.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, these are squishy. Like, ooh. These are squishy. And then obviously, like, if you suck my dick, I'm probably gonna, get hard.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of that too, and that helped me.
See, this is why you're better than me, because it's like, once again, no disrespect to the female form, but it's just like, in my mind.
Mhm.
In my mind, don't come for me. In my mind, the female form is like,
Yeah, very curvy,
very
very
suave, very. You know what I
soft.
mean?
Yeah,
I don't want that. I want mm.
not Tetris.
Yes. But do you know what I mean? But I want my man to be soft as well. But it's
Yeah,
like that's what I couldn't get into with women.
yeah.
Well, the one that I tried, or two that I tried. Oh well,
Oh, there was two.
yeah. The other one was worse.
You only told us about one.
You don't remember
I'm
the
not
other
gonna
one.
lie.
The other
He's
one.
hiding things from us, guys.
I'm not. The other one, you don't remember. This was when I was in dance school and I changed. I went to this girl's house knowing that she liked me. And I was like, no, on this day, I'm going to prove to myself that I can do this. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you gear yourself up like, yeah, I'm
We
gonna do
got
this.
into the bed and we are about to do the things. And I got scared. So I changed your number
Yeah,
in my phone to mum.
yeah.
And I called you. I texted you. I was like, Ronaldo, call me in a minute. And then you called me. I was like, hi, mum.
I don't remember this, you know.
Babes, you saved me
Oh, it's
that
come
day after
through,
dance
period.
school. And I ran. I said, yeah, there's an emergency. I got to go.
Oh
Lo and
no.
behold, now that girl's still in my life. She's a full lesbian.
Oh, so you were both tested out on each other. Maybe that's what brought the attraction.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Or maybe she was a bit easy.
maybe.
But I was too. But yeah, no, you're better than me. I couldn't. I just can't.
Yeah,
I
I
just
mean,
can't.
I feel like I couldn't really enjoy those relationships the way I wanted to because it wasn't authentic. Do you know what I mean? Like, as much as it was like, oh, okay, she's with me now. She's the girl. I'm meant to be this masculine guy. I gotta put my arm around her, or she's gotta lay on my chest, or do you know what I mean?
It's the overthinking.
It is, but
Yeah.
I feel like for some gay men or DL men, should I say, it
Yeah.
comes easier to them because they have that natural masculine persona and it's very natural for them. So even when they're with guys, they still behave the same as when they're with girls.
Yeah, but those are the guys I hate. I'm like, hello, we both have penises. We can like stop that.
Yeah, but
Just
we think
be-
about it in two
I might
separate.
just be like, you know,
Yeah.
just because we're in a same-sex relationship, there's whatever happens. 1 minute if I want to lay on your chest, I'll lay on your chest. Next minute if I want your mind, be on mine. Like it's not.
I get it. I get it.
Don't inject hetero norms over here in something that's already very not hetero.
But then this is where me and you are different because I'm like, I love a hetero norm in a gay relationship. Like, I thrive off that.
And
like,
that's why I can be with women.
No, because I wanted to be the woman.
Fuck that.
So when I was laying, you know, she was laying on my chest and all these things, I just felt very uncomfortable because I was like,
You want to lay on her
this
boobs?
doesn't feel natural to me.
Did
Do
you
you know
want
what I
to lay
mean?
on her boobs?
Did I want to lay on her boobs? No, I didn't.
You just finish up. She's like, "Well done, Rey."
Hooray!
Well done, my
Right.
baby.
Well, you know, I've not been with a butch lesbian or two, but
Oh yeah, uni was very interested. In
uni
that.
was a very interesting
My room was
experience,
definitely
child.
connected to that room, and I said, "What's happening in there?" I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna say. I just.
Oh my god, guys! I had an experience, right?
Yeah.
So we have a mutual friend that we met in uni. I won't name her. We have a mutual friend that we met in
Yeah.
uni, and I don't know, like there's something about masculinity and femininity and the attraction that it brings together, right? So she was like a butch presenting lesbian, a masculine presenting lesbian, and obviously I'm a bit of a princess. Do you know what I mean? So I carry that feminine. Not
Yeah,
too much,
not too
bitch.
sorry. A bit.
Yeah.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
bit.
carry that a bit of, you know, I'm soft, I'm gentle, yeah, so I carry that feminine energy. So it was the strangest thing because that's the moment where I realized it's not necessarily about
The form,
gender. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
It's
yes.
about the what would you say? What's the word?
essence, the aura, the spirit.
Yeah. So
flavor.
it's about like the way you carry yourself, etc., etc. Because never in my life did I think, okay, I could be attracted to a female again after my, you know, initial girlfriends. So yeah, we just had. It was this. It was just so strange. We lived together in uni, and we just had this undeniable connection. I was like, where is this coming from? Like, I don't understand. Like, I would see her and I'll be like, oh.
And it was wild. Do you know what made it even more wild? It's because said person has no attraction to men.
None.
Or anything with that associates with a penis outside of a strap.
Exactly.
But the two of you were just like two ships just coming closer.
It was so
And I said,
reciprocated. That must have been so
Yeah.
confusing for you because it was so confusing for me.
Do you know? But I'm one of those people that genuinely, it was confusing for me. But I'm like, go off, sis. Get you some.
Right.
You like what you like. Like, who am I?
Right.
If you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah.
If you love it, I love it.
Yeah. I don't know. It just,
Sorry.
guys, it just kind of happened. And it got to the point where we were like, okay, she was in my room. We were in bed together, just watching something. And then I don't know, like we were about to lips. I can't remember if we did lips. I don't think we did. I can't remember.
I was
But
there, so I
we
can't
were,
confirm or
yeah, we were about to. And I think I don't know, I just chickened out because I just thought about her pussy
Yeah.
and it just threw me off.
Yeah, no shade.
It just threw me off. But I'm like, I was definitely attracted. Like there was no,
but
do you know what I mean?
but
Denying the
present
attraction.
in a very stereotypical masculine way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, from the garments to the walk to the what's up? I'm like, ow.
Yeah.
Don't hit me.
Because no one could tell us that so and so is
No.
not basically a man.
I
like,
did before that person was a man.
yeah.
Until they were like, oh, you know, bro, sometimes I really suffer really bad with my period. I said, period what?
Period. Who?
Period what? I said, boys don't get periods.
Right.
Like, oh.
Yes. These are the things that I'm like,
Yeah.
even if I were to get with like a butch lesbian or like a trans man or something, they're still going to go through these things. Wait, do trans men have periods? Because they take the testosterone and hormones. I don't know. Do they not?
Babes, I don't know.
Okay. We won't speak on what we don't know, but
that one, I don't know.
could I date a trans man?
Could you date a trans man?
I don't know. Because I feel like I could outside of the sex.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to the sex, I don't know how that would transpire.
Okay. Be using that metric in terms of being in a relationship with someone.
Mm-hmm.
What fraction of that relationship is dependent upon sex?
Because I don't really have a high sex drive, so it's not.
Which is crazy.
It's not a lot. Why is that crazy? Different humans are different.
Right.
Exactly.
It's because we're night and day, but that's a whole other topic. Crazy.
I thank God for my low sex drive, bitch.
Crazy.
It keeps me cool and controlled.
Mine keeps me hot and wet and wild. Crazy. No, but because in that anyway.
Say what you're gonna say, bitch.
No, because I'm like in that metric. Then, if for example, you met a trans man and the initial attraction was there, and you didn't know they were trans, whatever, well, that's fine. Because your sex drive is low, do you think you could sustain a healthy relationship? Because you've how do I say this nicely? You've already been able to have sexual intercourse with a female presenting person, unless the trans man has had.
But then I didn't enjoy that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, but then I'm like, I can have an emotional connection with like a trans man. Like if they are as masculine presenting as I'd like, I could have an emotional connection with them. It's just the physical connection. I'm like, when we get there, am I gonna run for the hills?
Yeah.
When I see that landing strip on your pussy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
I don't know, but I'm open to exploring it. I think I possibly could explore it, but I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah. But okay, 7 relationships.
Yeah.
How have they all gone?
First one was like an experiment because it was my first boyfriend, so like this was my first everything. That relationship really made me realize I was a top. It took 5 minutes to get in, lasted 3 minutes. I said, God forbid.
That'd be the whole time.
That was the first one. Relationship after that was I did him dirty. I'll hold my hands up.
Yeah.
We were both like, I was 18, he was 19, but he was just on smoke. Like he would come to me with
them
like,
toxic ones.
No, not even in that way.
Okay.
He was just so, let's get married, and he was very much like he's the most flamboyant gay man I've ever been in a relationship with. And at that point, I don't think, and even now, more feminine presenting, leading guys aren't necessarily my bag.
Mm-hmm.
Best friend friendship, yeah, but sexually, no, because once again, it comes with that feminine energy. I'm not attracted to feminine energy.
Yeah. You gotta know yourself. You gotta know yourself.
And I learned.
We're grown. You gotta know yourself.
Person after that was, I only dated him because a friend told me he was rich. And it turned out
I absolutely back that.
And he turns out he wasn't rich.
I absolutely back that.
He'd go to Bicester Village, buy things on half price, and then go and tell his friends that he paid full price.
Oh, I just deeped you talking about.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you remember when he took me on our first date? He took me to this one. I used to eat meat. He took me to this fantastic Moroccan restaurant in central London.
Yeah.
Got me the finest tagine. There was even like gold leaf on the tagine. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Right.
I like food.
Right.
Then he was like, oh, babe, let's go to he was like, oh, I want to go to Louis Vuitton because they just released some new trainer. And this is where people lose me. I'm like, I don't care about materialistic things. Unless if it's not a Nike, I'm not gonna get excited. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's go. Long story short, we went to this store. This man got people to bring us out champagne. He was like trying to I'll be like, they're all my friends. I was like, in my mind, I was like, I don't care. Anyway, the trainers were ugly AF.
Oh, bitch.
Lord. This ninja bought the shoes, took pictures in the shoes, and was like, oh, I need to return them. So I was like, why? He's like, oh, they just don't fit nice. But I was like, but you wore them last night.
Fake bitch.
And they were nice. He's like, yeah, I need to took them back.
Took them back after he took pictures in them.
But he was a liar because he presented masculine.
Yeah.
But these days and there's nothing wrong with it. He wears batty riders and crop tops and 40-inch bust.
He was forcing something that he wasn't.
Right.
Period.
The next one after that was also a chop because he disrespected me, kicked me out of his house at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh. You remember that one? You remember that one? You remember that one? And me and him, we didn't
Slave master.
No, literally, white man. And that's okay. We literally didn't talk for 7.5 years after. He kicked me out and then he was like,
I'll never forget that.
All these things. I said, why are you calling me?
Right.
And then after that was...
But you weren't even in your own city at the time. That's
no, I was
crazy.
in Birmingham.
Yeah.
I was in Birmingham.
When you lived in Loughborough.
I was in Birmingham.
Yeah.
The other one was... it just happened. It just happened. It just happened. And then my crazy ex, number 5 on the totem pole.
Yeah.
Was my most craziest ex. Like that man.
Still crazy to this day.
Wild.
Still
like,
crazy.
I've never experienced a guy that will look me dead in my eyes and be like, oh, you know what, yeah? I think you're too much. Like, you're just too much. Like, I just need to calm down. Like, Jazz, you're always talking, you're always moving. I don't want to dance. If I don't want to dance, don't tell me to dance. And I'm like, I'm not even forcing you to dance. This is just...
First of all, check your tone.
No, you don't express yourself. But my thing is, if me and you are at home and I put one song on and I'm dancing on my own, I'm like catching a little vibe. And I'm like, oh, baby, come a little wine with me. That's me forcing you. I asked you. But he was crazy.
So toxic, child.
And then my most recent ex, which was also my longest relationship, that was good. It's just there was just certain things from the very jump that I knew we weren't compatible on.
Mm-hmm.
But then it just manifested in itself that it became my longest.
Mm-hmm.
Started off well, ended really bad.
Mm.
And then I'm now where I'm at.
Period. With a fantastic man.
Relationship number 7.
Yes, honey.
7 is close to heaven.
Right. 7 is the number of perfection.
Right. 6 is the... Just shut up. Just shut up.
I'm not involved. I'm not involved. Jesus.
Yeah,
you
7.
see me?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not involved.
7,
wow.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah. But 7. They've all been learning curves. And I'll
100%
say like my first one because he was mixed race. And he had a Jamaican dad, English mum. Even his story was mad because it turned out his dad was gay. That was crazy.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So my first boyfriend was black. He identified as black.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 after that were white. And then all my other relationships have been with black men.
I've never been in a relationship with a white man, and nor will I ever be.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Yeah, that's just not happening. I mean, I'll date a white man. I look a cute, sexy white man. But to envision my future with you, no, that's not happening.
No shade. Like
that's not happening.
No shade. You can't tell me about a pub. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
There's also a certain level in me. I don't want to explain. Oh, tell me more about your culture.
Right.
Culture.
Right.
Nothing to you.
Exactly. No.
Like,
Let's find
You need to know the
sense.
struggles that I have sitting on a bus, and there's a good seat next to me. I smell good, I look good, but you don't want to sit next to me because I'm a
Right.
black male.
No, don't sit next to me. It's fine. Some of these things are benefits.
Yeah. So when I come home, I want to be able to have unspoken conversations with you. Just get it.
Yeah.
I don't have to explain why I'm feeling. Oh, I don't even care because I don't care.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what about you, boo? What's your track record?
Oh Lord, my relationship history. I haven't been in that many relationships, to be honest. And someone asked me the other day. I was on Facebook. It was even yesterday, I think. Someone was like, because obviously you and Danola are both, you know, in relationships. And someone was like, "You're the only single one. Is there a reason for that?" And I was like, "Yeah, because I'm happy being single. Like I'm happy living my life for me. Like I'm very happy for my best friend. I'm very happy for my close friend. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
their relationships are healthy, they're cute, they're functional. But for me, I don't know. I'm just I'm very picky.
Yeah.
Very, very picky. Two, I'm too rational for some people.
Yes.
And some
Yes.
people really live by this is how a relationship should be because this is how the world sees a relationship. And in this role, I'm gonna do this, and in this, I'm gonna do this. And I was just like, that's just not me. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm so chilled, as big a personality as I am.
Yeah.
When it comes to like romantic situations, I'm very chilled.
You are.
Like it's probably the most chilled part of my life,
No
which
shade,
is strange.
But no shade. No shade. I love you now. We're here to have real conversations. You are chilled, but your standards are high.
Of course, as they should
I
be.
know, and they should be, but I feel like no shade to people you've dated in the past. Your standards were so high that you felt unobtainable to them, but you kind of like crouched down to meet them where they were at.
100%.
So that's why I low-key feel like where you're at now, it's like, there's no more roof on your ting. So it's like, you're getting people that are like, oh,
Yeah.
so I don't have to say anything. You just do it.
Right.
Whereas you're used to things where like, I have to tell you to get me flowers, open the door, like,
Thank you.
checking on me.
The basics. The absolute basics.
To you. But
Yeah.
to some men, no shade to the ones in the past, it was like, what do you mean I have to send you flowers? What do you mean you like this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like I just expect the best from whoever I'm with because
best.
I'm going to give the best, and I am the best
She's
version of me.
generous.
You know,
Thank you, bestie.
I am the best version of me, and I'm going to give that to whoever I end up with. But I don't tolerate. I get this from my mum. I don't tolerate nonsense.
Respectfully,
like
Amen.
there's no way in this life I'm tolerating any kind of foolishness. I don't like people asking me about other people I'm dating if I'm dating that person. Like it has nothing to do with you. If what I'm doing over here with this person, if you're not my man, it has nothing to do with you. And I just think that's weird vibes. Don't ask me about it. And a lot of men like to do that. They like to ask me about other guys I'm dating because I'm very open, I'm very transparent, and I'm like, I'm dating other people, whatever. And then you're gonna be asking me, oh, so who's sleeping around tonight? Or which date are you going on today? And
that's because they really like you.
yeah, I get the care element of it, but I'm just like, don't because, and I feel like, does that make me? Does it seem like I don't care because I don't ask you those things?
It's not that you don't care, but you're not as It's not your set. Do you know? It's because when you go on your dates and you have, as I always say, you have your roster of people. For you, it's a roster. For you, it's like there's variations of options and
100%.
It's like switching and sliding, whatever.
Yeah, you
like
need options.
For those people, they don't have options. So when they see us, because I describe our group as like a shooting star.
Yeah.
Shooting stars are very rare. And when you see a shooting star, it's either you get your picture or your video, because once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
So when somebody obtains you, it's like, oh, what do you mean I can't fully have you? Like,
No, because you can't. Listen, guys, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say this clearly. You cannot put all your energy into one person from the jump. Right? For me personally, I cannot put all my energy into one person from the jump because I've had experiences and I feel like how I am now is a result of what's happened to me in the past. Do you know what I mean? Where I've invested so much time into someone, so much time and effort and energy into someone. And in my previous situations, I've had at least 2 men that I dated. I was, I had feelings for them, all of this. I put all my energy into them and they would never commit. They would never take that extra step to be like, oh, will you be my boyfriend, etc., etc. And for me, that was so traumatizing that I'm like, I need to have multiple people on the go. So if you drop off, there's another one. Do you know what I mean? That I can pick up and move forward with. That's just how I see it now, because I'm not doing this, from the jump, I'm getting to know you and only you, because you could turn around to me one morning and be like, you know what, I'm not feeling this. I've just now spent 3-4 months investing all my energy into you
Fair.
for basically no return.
Fair.
And the Capricorn in me is so logical that don't make no sense. If I put in an investment, I want my return.
See, and I think this is where like people see, like, as much as we're best friends, like I would say 15 years strong, no argument, no disagreements, but this is where we are so different, because I would say to you, I don't know how you do more the constant, like, how are you going on dates? I think that's so irritating.
But I love it. Like, I love the dating experience. I think the dating experience is fab. I love getting to know
so
someone.
long.
I just love it. Like, I don't know. Like, I love it.
Because it's like, when I hear you say, it's like, for example, like, even though, yes, I've been in 7 relationships, and I'll keep it a buck, a real. My most recent relationship, the time frame between my last and my current is the shortest I've ever experienced. But I feel like in some ways, but that was also like God, because my heart was about to go cold, and God sent me something who's like, listen, you're worthy of this thing. But in general, for me, it's like, there's always, my longest division of not being with somebody was 4.5 years. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, when I hear you, like, so that's why when I meet somebody, I'm like, okay, there's something here, because I don't like people. But it's like, my brain can't compute liking more than one person at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I've been in a situation before, not currently, but for example, with my most recent ex, before I met him, like I said, I was single for 4.5 years. And literally, in that end of that 4.5 years, I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to go back out here. And in that 4.5 years, I wasn't sleeping with anybody, wasn't chatting to anybody, wasn't doing anything. I was just
doing
solo,
you. Yeah, doing you.
me.
Yeah.
And I remember that the end of that May was when I met this guy. This is when I used to live in South. I met a guy. I was like, you're cool. We were having great, like, shaboink boink, great sex, great everything. And then I met my most recent ex, like 2 weeks after I met that guy.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, 2 people? What's going on? What? Two? And I just had to sit down. I was like, Jazz, we can't do 2. So you know what? This one is just great sex, but this one is like good aura, good energy. Let's go with good energy.
Yeah.
I should have gone with the good sex.
Yikes.
But that, you learn, hindsight is 2020.
Yikes.
Whatever.
Yikes.
But
yeah.
my point is, like, that's how my brain works. So it's like, I can't actually physically like more than one person at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
But this is the thing, though. Like, when you're starting out chatting to someone and dating someone, you don't have feelings for that person. So for me, it's easy to manage multiple people at once, because I don't have feelings for any of you.
See, that's what we just.
Do you know what I mean? It's all building situation.
I don't have feelings for you, but I see something in you that can take you to the final post with me.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm like, I can't then now mix the waters with another person that I can. Then that means I should be single.
No, but then you have the way I categorize it. The Capricorn in me categorizes things, right?
Yeah.
So I categorize it as, I have the people that I'm dating that I can see a potential with. You're someone I can see to be in a relationship with, because you have all the things that I would look for in a person.
Yeah.
So I'm getting to know you on that level. And then I have the people that are like, you're cool. Like, I enjoy speaking to you. Like, we have a good time together. We have a decent chemistry when we go out and stuff like that. It's nice to talk to you, right? And I'm happy to date people like that, because it's a life experience. It gets me out of the house. I can go to eat, go to drink,
So
do whatever.
bored and you're hungry.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
No, that's no. Fair.
And then you have the people that is like, oh, okay, well, I don't really see this going anywhere, but you're giving me attention, so I'm just gonna take it.
But this one,
do you know what I mean? Like, those are my 3 categories, and that's how I date.
But even the third category is wild. That's why I said to you, one of the 9 that I went on a date with, the date lasted 3 minutes, because I rucked up, he rucked up. I looked at him head to toe. I said, ain't no way. He was like, no, let's at least sit down. I said, sit down for what? I said, I don't like you.
Right.
That's what I was. Okay. So on that, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think you could be in love with 2 people at the same time? Do you think it's possible?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been in love. Point blank, period.
Ever?
No. I don't think I've ever been in love. I think I've been in deep like. I think I've been in infatuation. But I don't think I've ever been. And it's the strangest thing, because the feelings I had as a teenager growing up for people that I knew could not reciprocate that love
Yeah.
was stronger than the feelings I had in my relationships.
Ships.
And I'm just like, but that initial thing that I had with the people that I knew I couldn't get with couldn't be love because it wasn't reciprocated. So that must have been infatuation, right?
The chase.
But then that feeling was stronger than the deep like that I had for the people that I've been in a situationship or a relationship with. So it's just like, I know I haven't been in love because I envision love to be that infatuation feeling, but reciprocated. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you get the balance of both and they come together, that's when I know, okay, this is love at this point, you know? So I haven't been in love yet, unfortunately, but I do think it's on the cards for me one day.
Oh, of course.
I hope it's on the cards for me one day.
Have you seen you?
Girl.
Yeah.
But you know me, like as much as I date and things of that nature, I'm very happy to just be single.
I know, and I've always said this, that makes me uncomfortable because yeah.
Girl, I can't, like, niggas stress me out.
They do, but also you like the stress. That's why you want dates with them.
Right. Cheers to that.
Cheers. Because you're sitting through the, you know. Okay.
100%, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, in terms of my relationships, I mean, I've been in I would say one proper serious relationship, which is my ex.
Okay, because I was like, okay.
Yeah, one proper serious relationship that lasted 2.5 years. He was an amazing guy. We're still good friends to this day. Amazing, amazing, amazing guy. There was just certain things he couldn't do for me that I needed in a relationship, and it came to that point where I just had to let it go. But before that, it was a lot of situationships, like child. There was one that I dated in uni, Ghanaian guy, absolutely amazing guy, like literally treated me like the princess that I am, period.
Yeah.
But one of the ones that couldn't commit,
yeah,
you know who you are.
Yikes.
The one after that, great guy, musician. Yeah. Really, really adored him. He was great, treated me well. He was really sweet. He still is to this day.
Yeah.
Really, really sweet. I even spanned the block with him, and I never do that, bitch. I never spin the block. But I spanned the block with him to see if it could work a second time, and it just ended up being the same as it was before. And that was literally just before I met my current ex. So everything just falls into place and right, you know what I mean? Right place, right time. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my romantic relationships. Like, it hasn't been a long story, but I hope in the future,
amen,
we can progress.
And
you know,
listen, you have more life ahead of you than you have behind you. So
amen.
The story's not even close to being finished.
Amen. So, amen. I see it for me. There's a couple potentials right now, so we'll see how those goes. Yeah. I feel like we spent this whole episode talking about romantic relationships, bitch. It's a lot to get into.
It's a big thing. It's a lot. And I think also because our views on relationships and the dynamic is so, like, this is where we literally become night and day. Like, we're so different when it comes to romance. But then that's what I find you fascinating. I'm like,
but then let's ease that transition into platonic friendships, because as much as we are platonic friends, we love each other like we're in a relationship.
Oh no, 100%. Like, down pat boots. Like, I've always said, like, and I told this to my little brother, and he looked at me sideways. I was like, before you, my brother was Ronaldo. I was like,
and he's like, how?
He's like, how? But I'm like, no, but because I really value friendships. Because once again, I really don't like people, and I think a lot where I'm concerned, a lot of people come to me like, oh, Jazz is my best friend, and if you come and ask me, my face would be like, I don't know you, sir.
Right.
It's because I'm a very open person.
Yeah.
In my presentation, if you ask me stuff, I'll tell you. But I would say there's a free 30% that everybody gets. A free 30%, because that's me.
Yeah.
But the other 70, that deeper side, is regarded for my best friends. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, naturally, I don't like people, but when I find somebody that I like I've had all the same best friends for basically 30 years. It's just in the last few years I might have found like one or two new people that I've like locked in. But at all my birthday gatherings, it's the same people. My favorites in my phone has all been the same.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like...
But we both have that. And I feel like that's why our relationship stood the test of time. Because we both have friends that have spanned 15, 20, Do you know what I mean? 25 years plus. Like,
Literally,
and I find it
literally.
weird when I meet someone and they're like, oh, I've only known my close friends for like 2 years. And I'm like, what about the rest of your life? Like, what happened to the people that came before that? Do you know what I mean? But that's why we were able to build the friendship we were able to build, because all we know is, do you know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
tenure of friendship.
It's tenure, but it's also like meeting you. We have so many similarities, and I think that's why like episode on relationships is so good for me and you, because it's like when you break down our upbringing, once again, that like spiritual relationship
Mm,
is the same,
mm.
relationship with our family is the
Is
same.
yeah,
So like when I zoom in on you, you are literally like my I would say you are my soulmate.
mm-hmm.
It's like we are the same person, but it just so happens that you're the clean presenting, tailored, well put
And
together
you're
one,
the
the
wild.
professional one, and I'm like the ink covered, wild, crazy
Yeah,
inside. It's like we are literally the coin, but the same coin, but the two different faces. Ooh, girl, you
not
getting a
too
buzz?
much, bitch.
Not too
Not too
much.
much.
But you know how to control it, baby.
Right.
Um, but no, because I'm like, yeah,
Yeah. But like, yeah, like you said, we have similarities in the sense that, like, guys, we both have no relationship with our father.
sperm donor.
Yeah, sperm donor, whatever
He's
you
a
want to
sperm
call
donor.
them. Like,
Yeah,
we both have mums that we're best friends with. Like,
deep down
we
boots.
both are so ambitious,
Yeah, we
so
both love our grandmothers
loving. We both love our, like,
from our mum's side.
we
Like,
literally have the same life. We're just
mhm.
living in different bodies. Do
One,
you know what I mean?
no, literally.
Yeah, that's literally what it
That's it.
is. So, how do you define
Yeah.
a best friend, a close friend, and an acquaintance?
Acquaintance is somebody that I would meet off the rip and they're like, oh my God, I love you. I'm like, I love your energy too.
Mm,
Full stop.
ends there.
Oh, what's your Instagram? There it is.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah.
A close friend is somebody that if I'm having a bad day and you ask me, I'll open up and I'll let you in and I'll
Mhm.
tell you a few things. You might have my number. We don't have to talk every day. A best friend for me is, I always say, and you can't zoom in on it, but all my best friends are my favorites on my phone,
Mhm.
because if I'm having a terrible time, I should just be able to do this, and that person who he, she, they, them
Mm,
will be able to save me. So my best friends are literally all people that I bear my soul to. It's like
literally.
I'll say the reason I know somebody's my best friend is because I trust them with my emotions.
Mm.
Because I'm a little bit crazy. Like it's the Aquarius in me. I don't really have emotions, but I feel everything.
Mm.
And when I feel something, oh, I
You feel it deep.
And
Deep.
even though that deepness might last anywhere between 30 minutes, an hour, a day, or a week, but when I'm feeling it.
Mm.
And then it's like, oh, I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
But my best friends, like zooming in on you because you're here, Ronaldo is one of the, I'd say, maybe 4 people in this world that can literally calm me down. And sometimes he doesn't say much. He just holds me and I'm like, okay.
You're back.
You know?
Yeah.
Whereas a close friend or an acquaintance can't do that because I'm like, don't talk to me. You be giving me advice. I'm like, shut up.
You don't know me, bitch.
Who asked you?
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like a best friend from somebody that I just trust implicitly, like you know everything about me.
100%.
Like
I feel
everything.
exactly the same. I think a best friend for me, and I probably have about 5 of them.
I'm
A
number
best
one.
friend for me, he is. A best friend for me is just the person that I can turn to in anything, like whether good, bad, whether I've done wrong, I haven't done wrong, like everything in my life, I can feel free to be open and tell them, and there's no judgment. There's always sound advice, always guidance, but then also just that relationship you have with that person, like you can speak to them for hours on end. You can spend as much time in the world as you can with them. Like there's no awkwardness. There's no, do you know what I mean? Like there's no awkwardness. Like,
because that's what I would say. Like it's even though you just said it, like even though I say with you, I've known you for 15 years and we've never had the closest me and Ronaldo have come to a falling out is there's one thing Ronaldo always used to ask me not to do, and a little rebellion in me, I used to do it. And one day, Ronaldo, you see this boy, he's 6'2". This man stood up over me when I sat down and I looked up. I said, okay, I won't do it again. But that was my fault. But outside of that, I've never, like, Ronaldo's checked me. I think that'd be wild. He's checked me. He's given me good advice. I might have listened. He's like, Jazz. But that's one thing that me and all my best friends have. We've never fallen out.
right.
Out of all my best friends, there's only one that I've had arguments with her, but we've always been very on cloud nine,
Yeah.
or it's always been small things because sometimes she doesn't communicate. Like she takes a while to open up, whereas I'm like, there's a problem. What's the problem? Talk to me. Do you know what I mean? But one thing about all my best friends, I've never had an argument with them.
Yeah.
Like I don't argue with people, so I'm like, I could argue with a close friend. I
Yeah.
wouldn't argue with an acquaintance because who are you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like
100%.
there's just an ease to it, like, and that's what I think a friendship and like a romantic relationship differ for me.
Yeah.
In my best
But they're
friendship,
so similar at the same
they're
time.
very similar.
Mm.
I always say the only thing that separates my best friends and my partner is my partner gets access to my body.
Right. The physicality of it. Yeah.
And we have pillow talk. Yes, I have pillow talk with Ronaldo when we're like watching a film or something, but it's not on a deep level that me and my boo thing.
100%.
That's the only distinction. Because even with my partner, you need to be my best friend. I need to be able to come to you with anything. Like.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the whole point. And I feel like coming back to the point on like not arguing with your best friends and things like that. Like when I think of my best friends, no, I haven't really had many arguments with them. I have one best friend, shout out you, Ola, that our relationship, even though we knew we were such good friends, used to be so tumultuous. And it was just a thing where we had to learn and grow up and like grow and learn each other. And now it's so smooth sailing. If we ever have any kind of hiccup, disagreement, whatever it is, we'll take accountability, we'll sit down, we'll talk about it, and we'll just move on. And obviously that comes with maturity. But it's like you can have, you know, like arguments and stuff with your best friend and still be best friends. But for the most part, you're right. Like I don't argue with the people that are closest to me.
If I love you, I don't have time to argue with you.
Exactly.
And if I'm arguing with you, that means that you know me so well that you've triggered something in my soul where I feel like, one, what the heck are you doing? Why would you do it? Or, oh, so this relationship is about to end because you've taken me out my character.
Right.
And if it ain't one of those three, then we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Exactly. And I just feel like, guys, friendship is so important in this life. Like I really look at people that don't have many friends and I'm like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. Like, how are you navigating this hard life, either alone or with like one friend or two friends? Like you need a support group. You need a community around you.
Even two friends is good. Even having one person is good. It's the people that have no one that I'm like, how... Because my mom raised me in a way that I'm like, my circle's been the same. Like my circle's always, I have a small circle. To most people it might be large, but it's very small. But it's like you can't go around. Everybody can't be a friend,
right?
But I'm like, when you don't have somebody you can turn to or call on in a time of like need, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. I'm like, how do you
navigate life? And that's why people get into like depression, anxiety, all these things, because they have no one to speak to. And yes, a therapist is great, but for me, the best therapist is your best friend.
Somebody that knows you.
Because they know you, they know your family, they know everything about you. They know how you act, how you move, how you react to certain situations. And me and Jazz are so close and so like compatible as friends that we can literally know what we're saying without speaking.
Oh, all the time.
Like we'll just give each other a look and be like,
yeah,
we'll
talk about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we live together, I'll FaceTime you later.
And we've already had the conversation through our minds. Do you know what I mean? Like when you have that kind of synergy with someone, that's something that you have to cherish in this life, you know? And I'm just so grateful for our friendship, and I pray that it just moves forward 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 fold. Do you know what I mean?
Ronaldo, I already told you there's one way me and you could ever stop it. There's two ways. One, if you sleep with my man, it's a chop. And two, if you physically walk up to my little brother and punch him square in the face for no absolute reason.
Oh, Skylar, I would never.
I probably like, Skylar, what did you do?
Right.
You can't get rid of me.
Yeah,
you know
period.
I mean? That's what I would say to people, because I'm like, we've gone past, we've experienced every facet of emotions together. Happy, sad, down, bad,
literally like, everything.
There's no, the only thing we haven't experienced together is going to a wedding.
Yeah.
Like that's the only fraction of life.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we've never gone to a wedding like to support a friend or of each other's weddings because we're only doing that once.
Right. Yeah. Amen.
No, amen.
Amen.
Only one.
Yeah. Amen.
But everything, funeral, bar mitzvahs, tattoo shop, like
living together, like we've done everything you could think of.
We've even gone to church together.
Yep.
That's a relationship. What's your relationship like with church, God?
Child, it upsets me that we only have 5 minutes to go
on
this episode. this mic is fighting me today. I'll fight back. Um, no, okay. So let's round it up. Quick summary. So with me, if you know me, you know that my parents are pastors, right? My mom,
PK, you already know he's
yeah,
a bad one, but
yeah,
in a good way.
in a great way. But my grandma is a leader in the church. She's a missionary in one of the biggest churches, the biggest church in the Caribbean, right? So that's the church that I grew up in, was christened in, sang in the choir, all these different things when I was in Jamaica as a child. My mother is a very, very religious woman.
Oh,
Very religious. Very, very religious. Okay. She's a pastor. My stepdad, who she married, he's a reverend. Like, I've grown up around heavy Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Heavy Christianity. That's all I've ever really known. And I feel like as I started to navigate through life and I started to find myself in my sexuality and on all these things, I just started to not like what was in front of me because I was like, now I'm in something that looks at me and tells me that something that I didn't choose is wrong and is a sin, and God is going to punish me for this thing. And the judgment that comes around homosexuality and where they pinnacle it with other sins
Mm-hmm.
and things of this nature. And I'm just like, but they chose to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't choose to do this.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that was never a choice for me. And for me, I can't be in something that tells me the life I'm living, even though I'm not doing anything wrong,
Yeah.
is wrong. Do you see what I mean? Like, I can't do that. So for me, and especially now, because I went to Ghana, right? And I felt like this before, but when I went to Ghana and I went to the slave castle and the slave river and all that, and I started to understand that the Western world brought Christianity to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Africans never used to practice Christianity. That was something brought to the Western world. And what got me is the fact that these Christians had their church on top of the slave dungeon, where all my people were suffering and all these different things. And they would come downstairs and peep into the hole where the slaves were and, you know, pick their slave that they're going to sell and all these things. And I'm like, these are the people that brought this religion to us. And now black people are so heavily invested in Christianity that it's like we're the main carriers for Christianity now. Do you know what I mean? As black people. And I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, I'm not going to do that. So right now, as I said, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I am not a Christian. I don't identify as a Christian. I am not a Christian. However, I do believe in God. I do believe there's a higher power that looks over me and created this world. I do believe that that power or that, you know, godly thing looks over me and watches over me. And I do pray. I don't read the Bible because, I just don't read the Bible. I think it's handwritten, man-made. I don't know if what's in there is factual. It's been changed so many times, all these different things. So for now, my spiritual relationship with God is fantastic. I love him. He gives me everything I need. I know I'm one of God's favorites.
Period.
And I just continue to navigate in that way. I have my own relationship with God and I leave it there. But I'm not a Christian. What about you?
It's one and the same. The only difference in our story is that my sperm donor side of Jehovah's Witness, my mom's side of Christians. Growing up for me, it was Kingdom Hall on a Sunday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday, and church was a Thursday, Friday. Because I'm Seventh-day Adventist, and church was on a Saturday.
Oh, that was the whole week.
Do you hear what I just said to you?
That was the whole week, bitch. I just was like, wait, you just filled in the gaps on the other days.
Monday was my only day off.
Wow.
So I've always been in a holy house or had some sort of practice, and I just think that the older I got and the more questions I started to ask and the more I meant to be in a place where I meant to feel safe and feel loved, but I was always being judged or told that just my being was a disruption, a demonic entity, or just something wrong. And I'm like, but aren't you the same one that you're sleeping with that one and you're doing that? And no shade, sir. Like, you asked me if I wanted to suck your in the back of the church. Like, y'all are crazy up in here. But also at the core of it, it's like, I can't allow what men do down here to influence my relationship with what's happening up there.
Exactly.
So for me, I always say I'm a very spiritual person. Like, I pray every day. I do try and read the Bible. It's just sometimes with the Bible I can feel a bit funny because I don't know if you know this. Like, even the word homosexuality or homophobia, that word was put in the Bible by the Germans,
Of course.
injected right in there.
Listen, gay people have been around since the dawn of time.
The dawn of time,
listen, I
but
just can't.
where I'm at now, I think I have a beautiful relationship with God. I sometimes like to look at it like when I feel like I'm moving away from God, I'm like, a mountain doesn't move. I walk away from the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So I try and go back close to
Right,
it.
right.
But yeah, I'm a very spiritual person. I would never say I'm a Christian, because even like sometimes when we're at home, I'm like, when we're playing our gospel songs and we're worshiping together, I'm like, where two or more are gathered. Hello.
100%.
Hello.
We have that connection. We have that
Um,
higher connection with, you know,
but
with God and all these
it's
things. So
it's ongoing, and I'm on that fateful day when I'm 96 and I make it to the gates of heaven, and I sit down and we have a talk. I'll be like, okay,
yeah.
so
And when you all realize,
nice.
oh,
Yeah,
it was fine to be
it
gay this
is.
whole time.
It is.
Do you know what I mean? But
No,
yeah,
so-
no, I think spirituality is a very sensitive topic for me right now. Like people have evangelized to me, and I've literally looked them dead in the face, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not. My mom thought I would be someone that, you know, goes to church and does this and does that, but it's just not where I see myself, and I'm happy where I'm at right now in my spirituality, and this is how I plan to progress forward. You know, just having my own relationship with him and not letting anybody's outside influence kind of influence where I'm going with it. So, yeah.
Before we wrap up,
Mm-hmm.
it's just two simple questions. Can't say me. Your favorite relationship.
Romantically,
Your favorite relationship is the question.
you. You are my favorite
Your
relationship.
Worst relationship.
Worst relationship.
And when I
Oh.
say these questions, I said don't use me. I'm like, your best can be, is I don't want to lead you, but like, okay, for example, my worst relationship would be with an employer when I used to work in hospitality. Like, that's a relationship I hated. That's my worst.
Yeah, I mean, I've had good professional relationships, so I wouldn't even say that's been my worst. Worst relationship. I don't even know if I've had a bad relationship, to be honest. I've had people that tried to take the piss. So I'll say those are my worst relationships. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I think
What's yours?
my worst is a tie between my sperm donor.
Oh, that's my worst
Yeah.
relationship. No,
Somebody that was-
rewind the tapes. Rewind the tapes. That's my worst relationship.
My worst relationship is
With
is
him.
my sperm donor.
Yes.
And also one of my managers from our old job gone, short white man from Kent that thought he could say nigger
Right.
numerous times.
Right.
Thought he'd get away with it.
Absolutely
And
not.
I think my best, do you know what? And I'm just saying because my best and most consistent relationship would be with you.
Duh.
Like, I love my mum, but me and my mum fell out when I came out. And
Yeah.
I told her I was gay and we didn't talk for like nearly a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love my mom too, but I can't be my full self
self.
with my mom as much as I can be with you. So that's why you're my best
I
relationship.
need to do part 2 of this next
We
week.
do, because I feel like we just skimmed over the last two. Right. We just skimmed over the last two. We got more to talk about.
Yeah.
But guys, we will carry on this conversation in another episode or something. Let us know what you want us to talk about. I feel like relationships was a great topic to speak about. There's lots to talk about.
It's so deep.
So yeah.
So big like a cocky race.
Right, so big, so large.
Right.
Guys, let us know what you want us to talk about in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. That's pretty much it for this episode. Do you want to tell the people anything before we go?
Just have a great week, or whenever you listen to this. I hope everything's okay. I pray your days unfold and never unravel. And
Right.
that's it.
And we pray you have great relationships.
Yeah.
In every way.
facet,
Yeah.
every experience.
Yeah.
You know? And treat your Uber drivers right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a relationship you should.
Not treat your Uber drivers
Yeah, if you
right.
don't
Give them
drive,
5 stars.
Yeah.
Give it 5 stars. But guys, that is the end of this episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, and all these good things. And until next time, I'm with my co-host, and we say
Bye.
bye.